Want to start making videos, but all you have is your smartphone? Whether you want to make videos for your personal channel or for your business, these are my top 10 tips for making better videos using your smartphone. Hey everyone, Heather here from ShareSpark Media. Before we begin, I just want to let you know that this entire video was shot using my iPhone 6. Also, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. Now, off to the tips. Tip number 1, use the rear camera. A smartphone's rear camera, the non-selfie side, often records in a higher resolution. So even when you want to film yourself, use the rear camera or ask someone to hold the phone while you shoot. Tip number 2, shoot for the platform. Before you shoot, think about where you'll be uploading your video. If you're planning to upload your video to YouTube or Facebook, you'll want to shoot horizontally or in landscape orientation. Otherwise it'll look like this, where you have these black edges on the sides of your shot. Then again, if you're shooting for Snapchat, vertical or portrait orientation is actually preferred. Tip number 3, look at the camera. If you're going to be filming someone speaking to the camera, make sure they are looking directly at the camera, not just in the general direction of your phone, like Prank is doing here. In this shot, I directed Pranka to look directly at the little circle on the back of my phone, which is the camera. Now it looks like she's making eye contact with you, the viewer. Tip number 4, keep the shot steady. If you're going for a more professional feel, hold your phone as steady as possible. Or better yet, get a tripod. This is Pranka holding my iPhone in her hands while she's panning across a scene. In contrast, this is her panning across the scene with my iPhone on a tripod. Tip number 5, find the light and position accordingly. Whether it's the sun or indoor lighting, make sure the light is shining on your subject. Here's Pranka with the sun behind her. Now we'll switch places so that the sun is behind me, but it's shining onto her and you'll see that her face is much brighter. Tip number 6, bring the mic to the subject. It might be obvious, but be mindful that your phone is also the microphone. In this shot, the microphone picks up a lot of ambient noise, like people talking and some wind.
Having a wonderful day off in Long Beach at Ballast Point Brewery with a great IPA and with the ocean next to me.
Here's what it sounds like when I come closer to Pranka as she's talking.
Having a wonderful day off here at Ballast Point in Long Beach next to the ocean, watching the sunset with a great beer.
Tip number 7, don't use digital zoom. Zooming in while you're filming decreases the quality of your video. Things will start to look grainy and any shakiness is exaggerated. The best way to zoom is to actually bring your phone closer to the subject. Tip number 8, use the rule of thirds as a guideline to compose a more balanced looking shot. Divide your scene into 9 equal parts like this and position the points of interest at the intersecting points. In this case, my subject is Pranka, so I've positioned her head at the top left point. Now here's what the shot looks like when Pranka is just standing in the middle of the frame. Tip number 9, get creative. You could use voiceovers just like I've done in this video. Or try making a time lapse. This is a 2-minute shot, fast forwarded down to 7 seconds. Also, you could try experimenting with different angles. In this case, the beer was the subject, so I brought my phone really close to the glass. Now here's me adjusting to include the branding. Tip number 10, use phone apps. There are plenty of apps available, both free and paid, that you can use to help you shoot, edit, and add effects. These are the 3 that I recommend. iMovie is typically my go-to because it's super simple to use. YouTube Capture is similar to iMovie, but obviously optimized for the YouTube platform. There's also Magisto, which is an app that will actually do the editing for you. All you have to do is select the clips that you'd like to include in the final movie. So those are my top 10 tips for making better videos using your smartphone. Shout out to my friend Pranka for being in the video with me. If you have any questions or you have some of your own tips you'd like to share, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. This is Heather with ShareSpark Media. ShareSpark. Share your story, spark your potential. YouTube used to be the #1 go-to video platform, but Facebook has definitely been a major contender in the video space, mostly because a lot of people have Facebook accounts. A lot of people also have YouTube accounts, but they don't log into YouTube regularly. Everyone's on Facebook at least once a day.